delegate the second session, and this session will be very magnificent, and Dr.B.G. Satyaprasad will be speaking to you all. And now I request our beloved professor Dr. Mahalin Naik to introduce Dr.B.G. Satyaprasad.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning all participants. Welcoming for the second session of your online program. It is very difficult to survive in the present situation. Going out and coming home is very difficult task today in the COVID-19 period. So stay home and stay with the old period first we can say that from the day. So we the people must live with the corona. The present situation is learn to live with the corona and live with corona and to serve ourselves and to get prepared for our lives. So today in this session, how to learn to live with corona is one of the talks which was delivered by Dr.B.G. Satyaprasad sir. He is a professor and the director at the Institute of Management Studies, Bannur. We are welcoming you to this session, sir.
Thank you.
And again, Dr. B.G. Prasad sir is a MCom and MBA PhD in Commerce, and he is a recipient of Best Teacher Award from the Govt of Karnataka. And has got the award of Uttam Yoga Award from IBMR Page, Bangalore. Sir is having 40 years of experience of teaching and in various academies he has worked in various posts or designations. Sir is authored 40 books and number of national and international seminars Sir has attended, and Sir has contributed more number of 100 people of MPhil was from his guidance, and he has produced 20 PhD. He is having his own YouTube channel in the name of Satyaprasad and the team. Various videos is updated in this YouTube channel. So, see that. He has guided more than 100 research scholars and published papers and it is our privilege that Sir is having in this session, and we are welcoming all the participants, and we are heartily welcoming on the behalf of principals and staff of our fund. Today I am welcoming Dr. B.G. Satyaprasad sir in this session, and I know and the session. So, Satyaprasad. Welcome you.
Yeah, good morning to all of you, dear participants. It is my happy note to address all of you in a national level conference organized by Government for Great College, Bannur. The topic of the conference is COVID-19, challenges and opportunities. Under that, my one student and the friend, Professor Nandan, has asked me to speak on the subject, learn to live with Corona. I said yes to this particular topic, and I am here before you to share my random thoughts about the subject. The opinions, the statements what I am making today, it is purely based on my own experience for the past almost 6 months in Corona, and I openly accept disagreement with my opinions, and if you are all agreeing with my opinion, I'll be very happy. My presentation to you all will consist of, in the initial stage, I would like to spend a little time with statistics of world disasters, peculiarities of COVID-19, what exactly happened to the corona affected people. So far we have not detected or invented vaccination. What need to be done, a philosophical approach, as a teacher what we should do, and corona should be considered as a war according to the Uganda president, and one interesting astrological prediction also I wanted to share with all of you. To start with, today's statistics says about the corona, total number of affected people in the world is around 58.5 lakhs, out of which the number of deaths that has been witnessed till today is 3,60,000, out of which America has suffered severely. About 18 lakh people have got infected to the coronavirus and about 1,02,000 people died. Coming to India, the affected people are 1,65,358 and the death case reported as 4,710. I don't want to dwell into the details of statistics anymore. I wanted to give just the brief information about what is happening in the world, what is happening in US and what is happening in India. This is not the world first time disasters that we have seen. Right from 15th century till today, world has witnessed several disasters. To name a few, in the 15th century, Shani earthquake has taken the life of more than 8,50,000. In the 18th century, Haipong typhoon has taken 3 lakhs life. In 1887, Yellow River flood has taken 2 lakhs life. In 1931, China flood took 4 lakhs life. In 1970, Bola cyclone has taken 5 lakhs life. In 2003, SARS-CoV has taken lakhs of life. In 2010, Houthi earthquake took 3,16,000 lives. And in 2011, T tsunami took almost 3 lakhs people's life. And today, corona has been affected to more than 58 lakh people in the world, and it has already taken the life of 3,60,000. It is very sad to know the details of tragedy that we have seen for the past almost 5 months. Now in 2020, we have witnessed corona, and why we are making so much of noise about corona? Why the lockdown and the seal down was introduced? What is the peculiarity of corona? In what way COVID-19 is different from that of other world level disasters? One of the main peculiarities here is it is spreading across the world. It is not limited to only one country like China or America or India. More than 225 countries are witnessing this kind of a coronavirus. And it is not one-time event like T tsunami or any kind of earthquake. It is continuously going on for the past 6 months. It is almost like a plague, cholera and influenza. Even after 5 months, we are unable to find the vaccination for this. Even if you found vaccination today, it will be there for 2 years' time is required for those laboratory to introduce this kind of a vaccination and it should come into the market. That is also a big challenge that we are facing. Research is going on all over the world. India, America, Israel and UK and almost all the prominent research laboratories are working to invent vaccination or some kind of a medicine to remove the coronavirus. Very dangerous to the people and very dangerous to the European countries because it is in the cold temperature. The activation of coronavirus is huge. And it is very dangerous to the kids and also very dangerous to the old people. And as of today, it is highest in America and it is manageable in India. After having noticed this coronavirus, central government and state government introduced a lockdown. Why exactly this kind of a lockdown was made all over the world and even in India? According to my opinion, the very purpose of making or introducing almost 60 to 70 days of lockdown to all the economic activity, mainly to develop the infrastructure to fight the coronavirus. We never had a separate hospital for this. We never had any kind of preparations to fight against coronavirus. For the purpose of building the infrastructure, we took more than 50-55 days to develop our own infrastructure of hospitals, masks, sanitizer equipments, and even the doctors, guards, handcuffs, and even the several equipment that are required to test the coronavirus, we wanted desperately a little time. And also, the effect of coronavirus should be spread, should be educated, should be made known to the people in the country like India. More than 135 crore people are there. That is one of the main reasons why India and the rest of the world declared lockdown and prepared themselves to fight against coronavirus. For the affected people, this coronavirus is giving different types of problems to them. First of all, we have to face the lockdown and the seal down. In the affected area, it is lockdown, and if the cases are detected in a particular locality, in a particular area, it is declared as seal down, and many of the areas in India, and in particularly in the particular street and town, the seal down and lockdown experience that we had seen for the past 60 days. For the people who are affected, they have to be there in 15 days quarantine period. They will have to be undergoing the observational and treatment oriented activities. And government also created red zone, orange zone and the green zone. Accordingly, the different types of measures the doctors have initiated to attend to the patients. Wearing the masks has become compulsory. Sanitizer to wash your hands was made compulsory. And more than that, it has created psychological fear in the minds of the people. And we saw people running from one place to another place, one city to another city, one town to another town. And for the past 60 days, they moved all over the world, all over India and all over the state. And everybody is concentrating more on the immunity. Immunity is the only one weapon which is going to fight against corona. And the entire population who are living in the country, they are all having anxiety. One of the another peculiarities of corona is it came all of a sudden. See, if you take the world other disasters, say for example earthquake, tsunami, floods, all these are predictable, and the government, the ecological department, geological department have predicted well in advance and gave notices to the people to be ready to face these disastrous consequences. Whereas in corona, it came all of a sudden. People say, American President Donald Trump says, China corona, it took birth in China, therefore I declare that it is China's corona, and it was the city, Wuhan was the city which was which gave birth to this corona. Therefore it came all of a sudden. And it is a great shock for all of us. And everybody, every individual in the world as well as in India, they were made to stay at home. And everybody was forced to wear the mask. And everybody cried for increasing their health in terms of physics, in terms of mind and physical requirement, and immunity was the order of the day. Country demanded large number of corona warriors. They may be police people, they may be doctors, they may be nursing team, they may be medical shop, they may be the logistic people, drivers. All these people pulled up their socks and jumped to the field, and they started giving their services without caring even for their life and even for their personal diseases. Millions of people during the lockdown lost their jobs because of closing down their business activity, industrial activity, agricultural activity. As a result of the millions of people have lost their jobs. And it became a very big problem for the nation, a very big problem for Asia, and a very big problem for the entire world, socially and economically. And a sudden and big appeal was made for charity. And India, we are very fortunate to have wonderful charitable people around us. Infosys Foundation, headed by Mrs. Narayan Murthy, they came forward to establish a Corona hospital. Crores of rupees money was donated by them. The Mrs. Narayan Murthy herself has started looking after monitor the activities of Corona. Azim Premji Foundation, ISKCON Akshaya Patra, and even in Bangalore, the hundreds of philanthropists came into the forefront, and even Adamya Chetana, which is run by Mrs. Anant Kumar, the former central government minister. They have done the yeoman services by supplying the food to the millions of people who have suffered in Corona. And rich families in India, in Karnataka, in Bangalore, they extended their open two arms to support these Corona affected people. They supplied medicines, they supplied vegetables, they supplied groceries, and they supplied ready-made food to everybody. It was a great gesture on the part of all of us to see the pulse of the heart of these people went into the service of Corona affected people in India. Till we find the vaccination, right from January till May, almost 5 months we have passed, and we are in the journey of facing the coronavirus. We have not yet detected any medicine. The experimentation is going on. All the scientists, lab chemistry experts are taking care of all the efforts to detect some of the alternative arrangements for vaccination or tablets or any kind of immunity increasing medicine to us. But till now, we are unable to come out with any kind of finished goods at the final stage which could be delivered to the medical store. We are yet to see that. So therefore, we are the architects for our life. We have to safeguard our life in all our fronts. We have to protect physically, mentally, and intellectually during coronavirus. All that we have learned during the lockdown period of corona, we have to put everything into practice now. What is that we have learned? We have learned the new way of living. Usage of internet, usage of mobile, personal computers, usage of tabs, work from home, online shopping, online coaching, and online entertainment that we have seen, and everything should be practiced now in a more rigorous way. Change the mindset and give attention to the health and to find new avenues to make money, earn money. Corona should not stop from making money, earning money for our livelihood. That we have to find a new way by using technology, what has been made available to us in this century. As we have lived with the illness like TB, plague, cancer, diabetes, bird flu, etc., we have to live or learn to live with corona. What exactly we need to do? Things that are necessary. First of all, we have to maintain our hygienic environment at home. We have to wear fresh clothes. We have to sanitize very frequently. Maintain social distancing. Avoid unwanted visits. Don't entertain unknown people. Try to use your own vehicle for transportation. Carry your own water. Try to drink hot water and eat hot food. All these things are very essential for all of us that we are already aware of, because WHO as well as central government and state government periodically, regularly giving the information about all this for the purpose of living with corona. We have to make use of the mask compulsorily, and as far as possible you have to use online communication officially as well as at your personal end. Try to increase the immunity. Immunity, as the scientists and the doctor says, coronavirus is not going to damage the human being if your immunity power is more. So try to concentrate on increasing your immunity. Focus on maximum vegetarian food, because most of the articles that I have read, non-vegetarian should be avoided except in few cases. So develop the habit of eating dry fruits, garlic, turmeric milk, which will increase the immunity, which will increase the capacity of an individual to fight against coronavirus. You must be always vigilant and alert. Expose yourself to the sunlight. Vitamin D is freely available in the world. Please make use of that, at least for half an hour to 1 hour. Spend your time in the hot sun. Eat sprouts, lemon and grains, and eat maximum papaya and watermelon seeds and the dates for the purpose of increasing your personal health and immunity. avoid unwanted movements, spend more time at home. Even in the office, you have to be very, very careful. Maintain your desk, maintain your files, maintain your chairs very hygienically. Avoid all kinds of movement well within the office. Don't entertain the visitors close to your place. Ask them to sanitize, ask them to wear the masks, and at a distance itself, you please talk to them. And if it is possible, you use video conferencing, or you use the meeting what we are having today in the similar type of office meeting also can be thought of. And even moving around the college or moving around the offices also you can avoid, as far as physical movement could be avoided, because we have to sanitize every nook and corner, because it is spreading like anything. Every day we are registering the new cases in Karnataka as a result of that, even in India. Therefore, we have to be very careful. Use technology wherever it is required. And we are also having some kind of a philosophical approach. You just have self-introspection. What exactly you need to do when the vaccination is not available, when the scientists are taking more than 5 months time to release their good news, and corona is spreading almost double the size of what we had seen in the month of March and April. So ultimately we have to reach to the God, those who believe in God. You have to surrender before them. You have to surrender, you have to offer puja to them to find some kind of a solution for this immediately, so that it cannot go on like this forever. And at the same time, we have to realize some of the important things that we have to know at this particular crux of the situation. We have traveled enough. If your age is 60, you have done extensive travel for the past almost 60 years. If your age is 40, you have traveled almost 40 years in the nook and corner of your own destination, and now corona says you please take rest. You visited temples, march, church, whatever the holy places that you had in mind, you have already done it. So now it is the time for you people to take the rest, be at home. You did social ventures, social activities, political activities, participating in the election, contest in the election, and you have done extraordinary work to the society, work to the government, and work in your own circle. Now you please stop all this activity and try to take rest. You have enough stress today in 21st century and the beginning of the 22nd century. Stress, pain, strain is dominating the individual human being in India and the rest of the world. So you have taken enough stress. Try to concentrate on physical capability and mental capability. Be at home, concentrate on yourself. And several times we became too greedy. Greedy in reading, greedy in money, greedy in possessing the assets, greedy in power. Now, corona says, you did enough. You please try to bring down all those greediness in you and try to be at home and do some kind of a self-introspection, answer to your own soul. You became selfish in all. You means including me. We have shown our selfishness in all walks of life. Now it is a realization time. Try to realize what exactly the selfless effort that we have to do to the nation and to the society at large. And we have spoiled the environment enough. By bike, by public transportation, by noise, by smoke, all types of dust, everything we have spoiled the beauty of this beautiful world, beautiful country and beautiful city. Now it is the time to take rest. You may not believe the whole country's environmental hazards that we have seen for several years. It had come down neatly for the past 60 days and it has produced fresh air and ventilation to all of us. The healthy air that we have consumed for the past 60 days due to this coronavirus. So we should not continuously go on blaming and cursing ourselves, because corona not only created a problem to us, and it has given a new way of thinking and new way of life. You take the example, every day we used to see the killing, robbing, looting, thefting, raping and several activities that we had seen during the lockdown period and seal down period. The rate of crime has substantially reduced. So now understand this and take rest at home and do some kind of a noble service, noble activity to the people. People have abused power. State government, central government, public sector undertakings, and some of the multinational companies, maladministration, bad administration, several public duping were made. Millions of bank money, bank loan was not repaid, and many people declared insolvent, purposefully or deliberately or accidentally. Now, don't do all this. You answer your own soul and try to do some justice to the society. And people have become cruel. That cruelty should die, and we should concentrate on well-being of all the human mankind that we are living in the country and the society today. As a teacher, we are in the teaching line. We have to use Corona not as a curse, but as an opportunity to make use of this time for creative thinking. Learn the modern pedagogy of teaching. Technology should be the part of the teaching line. Online classes, recorded videos, soft notes, PowerPoint presentations, online research center, online courses. Be up to date with your latest happenings and events by using the internet. Recreation through internet, news through internet, knowledge through internet, research through internet, maths, statistics, whatnot, everything through internet. Improve your personal life, physical life, and immunity and discipline. Teachers are supposed to use, see, all these years, University Grants Commission, AICTE, they are all guiding all of us to use this modern pedagogy for the purpose of making the classroom very attractive. Even though the university and the UGC and AICTE used to tell repeatedly in every meeting, the teachers like all of us, we never used to take up this so seriously, whereas in the post-COVID-19 period or during the COVID-19 period, every individual college, every individual teacher, every individual student voluntarily learned the technology, and they are using the technology to the core. We have to use this technology for every act of teaching activity. You can record your lectures, you can send through the WhatsApp, and you can also take the PPTs and you can circulate among the students, educate the students and ask them to use the smartphone for the purpose of improving their knowledge and get substantial amount of different type of courses. In the internet, global level courses are available. Depending upon your capacity, depending upon your history, depending upon your intellectual curiosity and talent, log into a different type of courses, join the courses through the internet and try to acquire as many courses as you can. Tomorrow is a day for talents and the knowledge. Only the degrees will not be sufficient for us to lead our life. Therefore, being the teacher, if you are professional in acquiring all these activities at one stretch, your capability, your knowledge will definitely go into the classroom, and the classroom will become very lively, classroom will become very, very dynamic, and your students will also get inspired by you and you enjoy the good teaching in your life. I would like to share one speech which was made very recently by Uganda President, which is more appropriate and apt today. Uganda President appealed to the people of Uganda about the coronavirus. But as usual, what is happening in Bangalore, what is happening in Mumbai and Delhi and Calcutta, same thing had happened in Uganda. And he appealed, Uganda President appealed, please try to understand the corona's danger, corona's effect. And he also appealed to the people, you say, you compare coronavirus and COVID-19 as a war. It is equal to a war. Therefore, how a war is fought and how the people are going to take care of their lives during the war, similar type of preparations are required for all of us. During the war, you stay inside voluntarily. You even go underground. You don't even ask freedom to go out. You don't complain anything for hunger or food or water, anything. You voluntarily close the shop. You voluntarily take isolation in your own house or in your places. Therefore, you please treat corona as equal to that of a war, and what precautionary measures that you have taken, in the similar way you have to take the precautionary measures even in coronavirus. Therefore, he also said, God is there, Almighty is there, superpower is there. He is there not only for Uganda, He is there for 248 countries in the world, and He is there to take care of all 700 crore population. Don't pray God to safeguard only Uganda. Therefore, God is having multifaceted activity and the responsibility to protect almost all the country's people and economy and the social life. So therefore, you take care of yourself. Don't unnecessarily put everything blame to Almighty. Now also, this is a war without weapon. Coronavirus is not having weapon. Coronavirus is not having the soldiers. And it is not fought for religion, fought for place, fought for border, but it is taking massive life of the individuals. This war can be won only when we are united, tolerant, disciplined, sanitizing and humanized. And you should be more than that, strong discipline that you need to maintain. Another important YouTube interesting information that I come across, that I came to know a few days back, I wanted to share in this platform. One of the internationally renowned astrologer also predicted that what is going to happen after another 2-3 months to India and to the rest of the world. Even my own experience of reading varieties of books and journals and COVID activity for the past almost 4 months continuously, I also feel that whatever Narsim Rao, the great astrologer of the nation, has predicted, it may come close to the reality. What famous astrologer said in his own capacity as an astrologer, expert astrologer, he said, India will have an excellent future. US will be socially, economically defeated. China will be cornered by every other country. Small wars can be seen. Dharmic economics and Corona is going to stay for more number of years to come or the days to come. This is what he said. Now let us examine whether the astrological prediction is going to be relevant to us or not. First, excellent opportunities are available to all of us. How this is going to happen? How this is going to be the reality in the days to come? See, in the entire world, second largest populated country is India. First is China. We are also having 135 crore population multiplied by their demands. So you calculate the average expenditure of a person per day in India and quantify at the macro level how much economic power India is having every day. Whether you like it or not, you will have to get all the goods and services that are demanded by the people. So large number of people are concentrating on industrial activity, agricultural activity and service sector activity, and these three activities are going to be very active even in the days to come. Added to that, you know, Brazil, France, Australia, Germany, United States of America and even USSR in particular, they have declared business war with China and they have started hating China for not sharing the reality of coronavirus. As a result of that, as you are already aware of, majority of multinational companies who have invested the money in terms of trillions of dollars, they are rethinking their mind to reinvest in this China or go back to other countries. Most of the people have approached India, and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has already promised them, whoever is interested in coming to India, we are going to provide safety, security and what exactly you need for a business to run, all such facilities are being made by us. So all IT companies, immediately they are shifting those preferences from China to India. Lot many opportunities are made available to us. And logistic big companies, Amazon, Flipkart, they are also having large quantity of employment opportunities in India, and very big manufacturing industries are coming up in India. It is not going to happen overnight. But the situation by down the line for 1 or 2 years, India will have plenty of opportunity to economic activity to see in the near future. Yesterday, you might have seen the speeches of Google and Facebook CEOs. They predicted the new economic environment will be totally different. Business environment will be totally different. They also accepted that coronavirus is not going to leave the world. It is going to stay like cancer. It is going to stay like cholera and TB. We have to learn to live with corona. And they also predicted that you need not have to move around from one place to another place in search of jobs. Most of the Indians, they used to concentrate on UK, USA, USSR, China, and even Brazil, Australia, Canada, and Italy for their jobs to use their talents in their respective areas in their other countries. Now, the situation is totally different. You need not have to cross the boundaries. You need not have to go for visas. You need not have to visit foreign countries. The companies, they will hire you by seated from your own house. You can take online interviews. You can show your caliber through the online. Whatever the industries and goods and services related companies are operating, if they are capable of carrying out all the activities through the online, they are recruiting online only. They are concentrating only on the talents what you possess. It is not the knowledge, it is not the degrees that they are going to observe. They will give more weightage to the talent. Multifaceted talent and your hard work and the smart work will give the work from your own doorstep. Whatever the salary that you are having in your mind, that will be showered in front of you in your own house. You need not have to go to the cities, you need not have to go to the metropolitan towns to pay a huge amount of rent, standard of living, cost of living, everything will be very high. Now in the future, all these things will gradually change. Companies will come to your doorstep, and you being at home only, you can do your services to the companies and you can earn substantially your livelihood across the reputed companies. And many people are already said, China is giving a lot of problem to every country. Hong Kong, they are giving problem, and Tibet, they are giving the problem, and for the past 1 week, they are giving the problem even to India. And the most worst affected countries out of COVID-19, say for example, Brazil, Russia, and Britain, Italy, and Germany, they are all not at all having any soft corners towards China, and they are taking business wars now after some time, after the vaccination, after the substitute arrangement, which is the substantial amount of quantity that the scientists are going to give it to us. Immediately they will take up the issue of China, and they will ask why this coronavirus has been neglected by you and why you have not shared the real information to the rest of the world, and that will create a small disturbance in China. And further down the line, the China's solidarity and sovereignty and integrity, what they had seen for the past almost 70-80 years, that will not be repeated, that will not stay for a longer period. And people at large, they lose the job. The people at large, they express their hatredness towards the leadership. People will at large, they go for freedom. They will ask for freedom, how Russia was divided into several democratic countries. Same thing is going to happen to China, because hunger will teach every alternative lesson to fight against the leaders who are administering the country. As my mind goes, these are some of the happenings that are going to take place in the days to come, and it is going to, corona is bound to stay in India and in the rest of the world till we find a vaccination for fighting against this corona. To conclude, please focus on your health, please focus on your knowledge, please focus on your talents, please focus on your hard work and smart work. Talk to yourself a day, every day, what you have done from morning to evening. Talk to yourself. Have self-introspection. Write your own hourly diaries. What you have done in the morning, what you are doing in the afternoon, what you are doing in the evening. That is very, very, very essential for every individual employee, for every individual being who is living. Concentrate on family. At the end of the day, at the end of the life, family, wife, children, parents only will be the last circle that you find in your life. Focus and invest too much on education, too much on acquiring the knowledge. Whether you are a teacher or an employee or an engineer or a doctor, focus on earning different levels of knowledge. Reduce the expenditure. See, Corona, one side of the discussion if you take, during the lockdown period, during the seal down period, the money what normally used to be spent by the individuals, it has not been spent. Most of the people, they have saved the money on transportation, they have saved the money out of visiting the hotels, visiting the malls, unwanted buying, they have reduced, recreation, entertainment, movement, tourism, all these activities were completely stopped for the past 60 days. So out of this experience, you might be having some kind of a savings. You please invest that money for all kinds of technological advancement and use such type of resources for your talents and upgradation of your knowledge. And also mentally, physically, you train your family people to face any kind of eventualities. Coronavirus was also one of the eventualities that we have seen. It came all of a sudden to all of us. The whole world was shattered, economically, socially, and educationally. Every walks of life has damaged, and you have to face this kind of eventualities even in the future. That Corona madam says in China, I am having my own lifetime for more than 2 to 3 decades in coronavirus. Some more dangerous viruses are going to come to this world. This is also one dangerous speech what the madam has said and given red signal to all of us to be ready with some more of these type of events. And you have to get ready, train the people for surprises, and at the same time you train the people for sacrifices. Rich people have to sacrifice their wealth for the poor. Intellectual people have to sacrifice their knowledge to the other group of people who are in need of that, and try to be very charitable in your nature, in your personal, in your profile. Don't be surprised for anything. Don't be surprised for anything. War may crop up. During the war, the people may die, I may die, you may die. Or all of us can die, or all of us can survive, all of us can fight the war, all of us can win the war. We can mint money like anything. During the coronavirus also, certain group of industries, paramedical force industries, garment industries who are manufacturing masks, who are manufacturing uniform, manufacturing gloves, they made millions of crores of rupees business. And those who are talented, they can increase their talent during this type of a lockdown period and seal down period, because their focus, their concentration will be too much towards their egoistic dream that they are going to have to achieve in their life. All can be considered as an asset, all can be considered as a liability. Both are equally possible. So be ready to face any kind of challenges, any kind of happenings, any kind of threats. And don't hope that Corona is going to go away from the world, go away from India, go away from Karnataka and Bangalore or in our state so easily. It is going to stay for more number of days, more number of months. And only one alternative that all of us have to make is try to learn to live with Corona. How exactly we have to fight with the Corona? By living in Corona. This is what I wanted to share all of you. To conclude once again, I wholeheartedly congratulate Government First Year College Bannur for having taken up this kind of a vibrant topic and the opportunity which was given to me in COVID-19, learn to live with Corona. As to my knowledge, whatever the little knowledge that I had, I wanted to share, I shared with all of you, and many people might agree with me or may not agree with me. I am ready for both, and if you have any questions, you pass on the questions to the coordinator, Mr. Nandan, and if it is possible, Nandan can pass the questions to me, and if it is knowledgeable and I am capable of answering such questions, definitely I will try to answer all your questions. Otherwise, I learn from you all. God bless you. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you, sir. Satyaprasad sir, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
It was a very wonderful session, and all the participants were happy.
Okay.
And one of